seen Jared Nagus's ACC prelim, but this was an incredible run. We were wondering what she was doing, and then you realize, oh, she doesn't have the standard. She's trying to run the standard. Come to find out in the press conference afterwards, her coach told her before the race, he looked at the weather forecast for Friday, and it's going to be in the 90s, and he told her, hey, if you can go for the standard, now's the time to do it, because it's probably not going to happen on the final. So you could get top 3 and it won't matter on the final because you got to get the standard. She'd only finished a couple races at all this year, so her world ranking wasn't that high. So this was, in a way, her only opportunity, her only chance, and she did it, got it by a couple seconds. The crowd, you could tell, was super behind her once they realized what was going on. And she's obviously had a journey throughout her career. You always see the shot of her falling in that race, and the Nikki Hamblin, the New Zealand runner, and her running together. But it was just, it added some life into a lot of prelims that just were barely eliminating anybody. And it was kind of fun just to see someone do a pure, flat out solo effort.
Yeah. I mean, we remember Abby D in the Dartmouth days, dominating the fields, especially being in the Ivy League. Will Gohegan tweeted that was a Heps Abby gap. And it wasn't like, she didn't plan it either, because she mentioned in the press conference that going into the race, it wasn't going to be like, she didn't go for it from the gun. She waited like a mile before she actually tried to run the standard.
Right. The coach told her ahead of time, but I think it was a little bit of wait and see. I mean, you can look at the splits here. So she goes, I just lost it. Man, literally just lost it. You said it was about, was it 2K in or just before 2K?
It was like 1,800, 1,600 in. That's when she started hitting it. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's running 75s, which is 15:37 pace, right? And then a 76. And then she starts from 1,800 to 2,200. She goes a 70. And that's when she broke away. Then 70, 71, 73, 72, 72, 71, 70, and then closes with a 68.9. Yeah, I think it was in her head that she wanted to do it, but I also think she was maybe testing the waters a bit, seeing if people were maybe trying. Maybe she knew she was going to launch that move, and she's like, I need to run with people for as long as I can. Like, I'm going to have them carry me for as long as they can before I set off on this solo trek. And again, she could have easily qualified because they barely eliminated anybody. But the whole point was to run under 15:10, so she'd have the Olympic Games standard, so she could go to Tokyo if she finishes top 3. Now, top 3 is going to be ridiculously difficult to do in an event where Rachel Schneider, Josette Norris, Tricia Swiger, and Elise Cranny are looking like a really solid top 4. But she at least gave herself a chance. That's all you can ask for.